pockets.
Where's it going though? Because I mean, we went from it being a hoax, we went from it being this and that, to now went from black people being immune, and now basketball players going down.
Donovan Mitchell has it now.
What's going on? How serious is this going? Do y'all think?
I think that it can get to the point where I saw somebody talking like, not saying they're correct, but where we might not be able to leave the crib. We might, like you were saying, passes to go here. If you want to get this, your last name is this day for the people, like stuff like this, where it can really get crazy, and you got to be in your crib on some martial law type shit because of a disease. Fuck all that. I'll take my chances, man. I
really feel like it's a test of the emergency broadcast system. They tested something out. It should kind of make. I don't want to cause mass hysteria and no shit like that, but it's far more crazy than just a virus coming in out of nowhere,
right,
and getting people sick and shit like that. Now you got to think a little deeper than that. Yes, this is real, and media is playing a crucial part in all the hysteria. But man, we really gotta boost our immune systems, boost our knowledge in certain things, boost our security for our families, and really start looking at these shows and these movies that we were looking at 10 years ago and really going, oh shit,
right,
shit might be getting real. Let's start equipping the right way.
What's that shit called? 2016? Yo. That shit was crazy.
Definitely.
And indeed. I'm trying to look. Okay, I got a story for y'all. Kodak Black. Let's get
it done. Now look right at that shit. Go ahead.
Got a new mugshot. Oh, God, what you think?
Yeah, I mean, no, I think you can talk about he pleaded guilty to that gun charge.
I didn't hear that. You talking?
Well, that news came through that Kodak Black. Remember, back in 2019, he was trying to cross the border, and we talked about that case going into Canada. Well, he did plead guilty to that charge today. We know he's behind bars already. The new mugshot came out, which you can really talk about him looking, you know what I mean? Like he ain't wilding out in the streets no more. Healthy behind bars. But yeah, man, not looking good when you see him now pleading guilty to this gun charge. What do you think? This news is coming out of Buffalo on one of their news stations today. Niagara County is the county like right before you go over the the Canadian border. So his sentencing is set for March the 24th. They're saying with this whole thing,
couple weeks.
Yeah, and he's already behind bars, so he might not be coming home anytime soon. What you think about this?
Young man that we definitely rooted for on this podcast, even though we got I know I personally got a lot of criticism for it, even though it's all good. Still root for the brother, even though he's made a lot of mistakes. And we said on this podcast numerous times that eventually, if you cash in on a lot of these mistakes, or you make these mistakes, eventually you're going to have to cash in on them. And it seems like a situation where he's cashing in on some of the mistakes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he has one more case, I think the most serious one, coming up and looming. He was trying to get that thrown out. We'll see what happens with that.
Right.
He's claiming his innocence in that. Hopefully the evidence will prove correct and he can go with his innocence. If evidence proves that it's not correct, then he looks to be in more trouble. Was rooting for this brother. We also argued the fact that if and when he gets out of jail, will he still have a career intact? Oh, God, I remember we talking about it, but I want to kind of reiterate to the people your thoughts on that. Depending on the time and depending on what he's looking like, does Kodak Black have a career after he's gone? When he comes back?
Give him, 10 years maybe?
Yeah.
Kodak's in his late 20s maybe? Early 20s, I should say.
22 maybe.
Yeah, so he's a young man. It depends on how rap changes, but, I will venture to say go to the side of no. 10 years out of the game, he may come back and have a career, but I don't think it'll be nothing like if he would have stayed in the game and kept that momentum and had 10 years in the game as opposed to being behind bars. So yeah, he can have a career, but it won't be the same.
Word. Vic, are you a Kodak Black fan, and what do you think about this?
I am a Kodak Black fan, but he has made a lot of mistakes.
Absolutely.
He has made a lot of mistakes. And like you said, I feel like he's cashing in on those mistakes now. But that's a lot of time for someone to mature.
Absolutely.
And we've seen it with Meek. Now, you feel me? Meek Mill's music has matured while he was in jail.
You think he was as much of a nutty boy as Meek Mill is?
No.
No. Do you think Meek Mill was as much of a nutty boy as Kodak Black?
Not at all. But the system did Meek Mill dirty.
Yeah.
He should have never had none of that time. But as I was saying, it matured him. It matured his music.
Now, go ahead, my fault.
And who knows? Anything can happen.
Now, the mugshot came out. And maybe about a little over a month ago, he was giving these testimonies and claiming a lot of injustice that was going on within the prison system and what he was dealing with. He looked like he's doing the shrugs and eating his peanut butter and jellies in this joint. He's looking healthy. Right. You know what I mean? What do you think about the mugshot? Definitely looking like he's putting on some weight, looking a little healthy in the
commissary
face.
all day.
You know what I'm saying?
Twinkies and shit.
Facts.
Oodles and noodles and shit, all that starch. He good.
Doing push-ups and shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you gotta say, man. I mean, he done so much that now it's the old adage, chickens have come home to roost. And when you commit crimes in this system, they want to see you put that time in prison. And he has now 3 cases now, 2 still open, about to be sentenced for this gun case. He may get 2 or 3 years, who knows? But got the other sexual assault case.
Yeah.
Minimum 5 years he'll be in prison. Minimum.
I just thought about the perfect example, Gucci Mane.
Hey, that's a great example. Speak on it.
Gucci Mane did a lot of mistakes. And we saw him coined for those mistakes. But he came back a different Gucci Mane, started running shit.
Absolutely.
So you never know. Kodak was tough. He might just come back running shit. Anything's possible. We're about to see Bobby Shmurda and Roddy Rubble come out.
Yeah.
Now, do you think that you brought up a great point? Oh God, do you think that jail will change Kodak Black in kind of the same way it changed a Gucci, and he'll come out a different cat?
Maybe
Gucci was, for the people that don't know, he was a wild gremlin. This brother was wild.
But it was like, it's different though, I think, because like a lot of stuff with him was like people tried to rob him.
Yeah.
He was self-defense. This dude was doing nutty shit. It seems like Gucci wasn't really doing crazy nutty shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah. I think that hopefully prison will change, you know what I mean, Kodak Black, because he's young. I mean, one of the top, rappers in the new school that came out. People love him. I'm sure you can attest to that. So, I'm going to ask you about Tekashi 69, man.
Oh, my God.
We didn't get a chance.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
We didn't get a chance to ask the youth. We talk a lot on the show, but our demographic is not like this. Is people older than you. So
Victor Intern in the building, right?
Yeah, Victor Intern, 21 years old, man, about to graduate college. What do you think about Tekashi 69? One, how do you feel about him snitching?
He's a rat.
Okay, go ahead. Speak on it.
He's a rat. Like, you snitched on him. You snitched on all your people. But to keep it a buck, his people were doing him dirty.
Oh, okay. Pre-snitch, were you a fan of Tekashi?
Good question.
I mean, his music was tough. That John that he had with Bobby Shmurda was stupid.
Okay.
And Gumu, that shit was tough.
So you was a fan?
I was a fan.
Okay.
But by doing that, you crossed a boundary. You can't do that.
But you said, but his team did him dirty. Speak on that.
I mean, I don't really know all of it. Like, some of his people were doing stuff with his girl, stuff like that.
So that gives him reason to snitch?
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Right.
Okay.
What do you guys think? We get off the rat 69. You know what I'm saying? Meek Mill in the last 3 days, he had his private jet searched twice. But you brothers, what do you feel about, is Meek Mill now on that targeted list?
I feel like he is. Because they're doing everything they can to put him back in for no reason. He is doing everything right. He's just trying to change the community, change what he saw.
Right.
And he's doing movies now. Like, he's living a good life.
I don't think it's a situation where they're putting a target on him. I think it's a situation where they're letting him know, we see you. This is what I mean. I don't think that they're looking and saying we're going to lock up Meek Mill in these certain busts that they're throwing out of his private jet. Because I genuinely think that they know it's nothing on there. But they're letting Meek know, we're watching. We hear you. We see what you out here doing. We see what you did to the judicial system.
Right.
The little documentary, the money, the teams. But we more powerful. I think it's a chess move on the part of the hip hop cops, so to speak.
But you feel me? He has the king with him now. He has a king with him now.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go there.
What you mean, Queen King?
Jay-Z
started.
But then when you think about it, though, how come you never see? Jay-Z never getting his jet searched.
Got him started.
You know what I'm saying? So like, he's got to go there with it. So what do you think about Jay-Z? Let's move to that conversation.
I feel like Jay-Z in the rap industry and in business just made all the right moves to be this generation's